Well, this has been a very good week for me. A very good week in proving the point that I've been making in videos for over a year now, that men and women are not equal. They're sure sometimes women may be better at some things than men are, and men may be better at some things than women are. And just because you're a woman doesn't mean you can't do things a man can do. And just because you're a man doesn't mean you can't do things a woman can do. Aside from obvious biological differences like men can't give birth to children, only women can. Feminists are outraged because the popular singer Adele dared come out and say, "When I became a parent, I felt like I was truly living. I had a purpose where before I didn't." And boy, oh boy, the disgusting, misogynistic feminists were infuriated to know that a woman would make the personal choice. I thought feminists were pro-choice, right? That a woman would make the personal choice to utilize the one unique thing that she has as a woman over any man on the planet. Which, by the way, is the same one unique thing that allows any man in the world to exist in the first place. What is that? It's the fact that she's a female, she has a womb, and she has the capacity to create human beings inside of her, then give birth to them. These misogynistic feminists, will they ever learn to be pro-woman's choice? According to this article from dailywire.com, two overtly liberal outlets, the Daily Mirror and Slate, openly struggled with the idea that a celebrity, someone who was supposed to be on their not-so-covert motherhood-hating feminist side, could actually find purpose in motherhood. Slate tweeted out, "Uh-oh, Adele tells Vogue magazine motherhood gave her purpose." How evil, right? The Daily Mirror's tweet demonstrated their shock over her admission as well. Quote, "Adele stuns Vogue and admits having her son gave her purpose." Man, these people are sick fucks. Adele, in her interview, she said, "My son makes me very proud of myself. When I became a parent, I felt like I was truly living. I had a purpose where before I didn't. My main thing is being a mom, then it's me, then it's work." Wow. And isn't this shockingly relevant, given Ronda Rousey's recent admission that after she lost to Holly Holm, she was in the hospital contemplating suicide. And what salvaged her? What epiphany did she have that freed her from suicidal thoughts and a feeling of despair and gave her a sense of purpose in life like Adele got purpose? Listen for yourself.
Thinking about killing myself in that exact second, I'm like, I'm nothing. I'm like, what do I do anymore? And no one gives a shit about me anymore without this. And to be honest, I looked up and I saw my man, Travis, was standing there, and I was looked up at him, and I was just like, I need to have his babies. I need to stay alive. That was like, really, that was it.
You need to stay alive.
You goddamn right. There's this idea that in order for a woman to be strong and empowered, she has to emulate traditionally masculine qualities. That the only way for a woman to be strong and empowered is if she goes out and she does what men have traditionally done. Men traditionally have gone out and they've attempted to conquer, to accomplish, to become successful in terms of accomplishing and acquiring and asserting themselves in the world. And what feminism has done, it has attributed what men have traditionally done to get a sense of fulfillment in life. It has superimposed it onto women and said, in order for you to be successful or valuable as a woman, you have to do what men have traditionally done throughout history. But you know what's fucking ironic is that men go out and conquer, men go out and succeed because they want to gain the approval of women. So it's not like men are out there just being individualistic, independent people, making money, starting businesses, conquering, and they're just reaping all the benefits and they're just doing it for themselves. They do it to impress women. And so what if you take what men and masculinity naturally desires, and then when you complement what men naturally want and desire with what women naturally want and desire, and you get a holistic companionship that when brought together creates life and pushes forward this trajectory of life as we've seen it throughout history. Men desire women and women desire men. Masculinity desires femininity, femininity desires masculinity. Men go out and conquer and dominate in accordance with masculine energy in order to impress and get femininity. And women go out there and make themselves attractive to masculinity in order to get masculinity. They both come together. The opposing energetic forces come together. And Ronda Rousey, I give her lots of credit. She had the balls. Notice that term. She had the courage, the feminine courage. She had the ovaries to get on national television and admit that she got a sense of purpose. Not because she's an independent, empowered woman who don't need no man because she's a do-nothing bitch, but because she acknowledged that she is one half of the equation, the feminine and the masculine. And she found great purpose in literally, I want to have his babies. And that's exactly what Adele just said. She gets a sense of purpose from her kids. And if this is true, time and time again, you had it with Kaylee Cuoco, one of the lead actors for a popular sitcom. She says she likes to be a traditional housewife who cooks for her husband, and the feminist mob attacked her. She had to apologize. Kaylee Cuoco, Adele, Ronda Rousey, powerful, strong, accomplished women who are consistently saying that they derived a sense of deep, deep purpose. Ronda Rousey was saved from suicide from this purpose. According to Adele, she says having a son makes her very proud of herself. When I became a parent, I felt like I was truly living. I had a purpose where before I did it. My main thing is being a mother, then it's me, then it's work. She just said she literally puts being a mother before herself and her work. What if women are different than men? I mean, the fact that I even have to say this is ridiculous. What if women are different than men and they aspire for different things in life? And just because they want something different doesn't mean that it's unequal in the sense that there's some kind of injustice, a despairing injustice. These motherfuckers who claim to be pro-woman, especially the white knights, they're not pro-woman. That's a misnomer. That's just a false label. They claim to be pro-choice, yet they get angry if a woman chooses to find pride in having children. Fuck these people.
That's not very traditional, and I think that a man should really pay for the first date.
Fuck that. We're splitting the bill.